The Bushnell 1500 Lumen Flashlight. How long does a charge last? How long will it take to recharge it? Will it charge a cell phone? How long does that take? What's it weigh? And more information that you want to know coming up next. Watch this video. Bushnell 1500 Lumen Flashlight. I actually purchased this for work. I needed a good, decent flashlight at work, but I was using it during the daytime behind dark stuff, and it wasn't really, you didn't really see how impressive it was at work in that scenario. I'm not on that project anymore, and I'm going to a different project, so now this is living in the door pocket of my truck, which I think is a fantastic place for it. But last weekend I took my kids, 4 of them camping. I got 7 total, if you're curious. Took my 4 eldest kids camping, and we used this that night, and this thing never went dead. I was super impressed with it. I also got the chance to see how bright this thing was. Unfortunately, I didn't get any video footage of us actually using it that night. So I did get some video footage, which I'll show you here shortly, where I took it out on a country road so I could demonstrate how bright this thing is. Okay, so let me show you some of the things that I liked about this flashlight right here. First off, let's see if I can get this focused. There's this lock knob right here, and you rotate that, and in the lock position, it prevents the light from coming on. You flip it the other way, now the light comes on. Okay, so right here you got a USB port. That is good for charging cell phones and small electronic devices. Now I ran an iPhone 7 completely dead, just plugged it in here and charged the iPhone 7 to 100% fully charged, and it took 2 hours and 21 minutes. It does have a little LED light there that's green when something's plugged into it. You rotate this ring around, and on the other side you've got the micro USB port. That is where you charge this flashlight, and then it also has a small LED light there that is red when charging, green when charged. Rotate it a little bit further, and that closes off both those electrical connections. It has a rubber seal right there and one on this side that seals it pretty good. I would not call this flashlight waterproof. It has a castle style nut there with a standard rubber cap. Total length on this from end to end is 10 and 15/16 as I measured it. We'll call it 11 inches. The widest dimension right here is 1 7/8 inches. The handle or barrel, if you will, is 1 3/8 inches, with the exception of where this lock knob is, because obviously it sticks up a little higher. And then it tapers down, has a slight conical shape, and then real radical right at the end. So right at the face, it's 1 5/8 inches right there. I weighed this on my USPS postal scale, and it comes in at 15.4 ounces, so just under a pound. It's really lightweight. The manufacturer calls it aircraft grade aluminum, whatever that is. All the manufacturers like to throw that word around. It sounds really cool, but it doesn't really specify much. All that tells you is it's aluminum. The model on this one, not sure if that'll focus for you. It is the 20511 or 20511 model of Bushnell. And I went to Bushnell's website, and this flashlight cannot be found on their website right now. I couldn't, in fact, in the drop down menus where it shows the different products they have, game cams, optics, and all kinds of stuff, flashlights isn't even listed. In their search bar though, I typed in flashlight, and it did bring up some flashlights, but not this one. So this one is not listed on Bushnell's website. However, it is listed on Walmart.com, Amazon.com, and a few other online websites. So it can be found online. But like I said, I bought this one at the Walmart store here in my local town, and last month I flew up to Idaho and I bought a second one up there in Spokane, Washington. So they're readily available in stores. Oh, and before I put this thing away back in the door pocket, let's just talk about a couple more things. It has 4 LED lights in the end. When you look at it, it looks like it's a single LED, but it's not. There's actually 4 in there. And it's got this Picatinny rail style tactical look to it, but it is not a Picatinny rail. You can't actually mount anything to it or use it to mount to something else. A disadvantage I don't like about this flashlight is there's no adjustment on the beam or the focus. It doesn't slide in and out, it doesn't rotate, and you cannot remove the batteries. It is a solid fixed unit. So that brings me to the last part that I want to talk about in this video. And that is, would I buy this flashlight again? Well, the answer to that is a quick heck yes, and I already have. I bought one and gave it to my dad. Let's do a quick pros and cons on it. Pros first, it is super lightweight at just 15 ounces, 15.4 ounces, so under a pound. It's slender and just very easy to yield and use. I like the fact that you do not have to cycle through all 3 light functions to turn it off. In order to turn it off, you just press the button, it's automatically on high, press it again, and it's off. If you want the other 3 functions, you just press it more, faster. And I don't even think I demonstrated that very well, but there you go, you get the idea. It is easily available. You can recharge it. You never have to buy batteries for it. What's the price on this bad boy? Oh, just under 60 bucks, 40, 58, $59, somewhere in there. And yeah, that might sound a little expensive compared to some of the other flashlights that are available out there on the market, but when you factor you don't have to buy batteries for it ever again, that cost can easily be made up in the savings on batteries. So what are some of the cons? Well, it's not waterproof. I saw one reviewer said that they thought it was waterproof. They've never seen nothing anywhere that would inquire that it's waterproof. Once the batteries are completely discharged, it's going to take you quite a while to recharge it. I told you I charged that iPhone 7 with this. That took 2 hours and 21 minutes. Then I left this on my desk to see how long it would take to run it completely dead. After 2 hours and 56 minutes, it hadn't gone dead yet. I stopped the timer, left it on, facing down on my desk, and went to bed. It was getting too late. Woke up the next morning, which would have been a total of 11.5 hours of run time, and it was still going. It was extremely dim. It would have still been usable to find keys or something like that, but it was dead. Now, when I went to recharge it though, it took 6.5 hours, or about 6 hours to recharge it. So running it that far or that low takes time to get it back. So that is a disadvantage to this. The fact that I didn't see anything on Bushnell's website might also be a disadvantage. I don't know if that means they're going to discontinue it. I have already discontinued it. Parts availability or service and support for it, I don't know anything about that. I should probably contact Bushnell, and if I do, I'll let you know. But so that is another possible disadvantage. And the last disadvantage to this, or con, would be when the batteries finally do die. They are a lithium-ion battery, and they will die eventually, because most lithium-ion batteries are good for about 300 charge cycles. It's garbage. You throw it away. You gotta get a new one. So that's kind of a disadvantage, but I think that would be many, many years down the road before you'd actually have to do that. Keep in mind that if you live in a colder climate, that lithium-ion batteries don't like to charge when it's super cold, and they don't like to hold a charge. The cold, inclement weather is not very good for it. I wouldn't worry about taking this outside in the rain. I think it would still be fine even though it's not waterproof. Just make sure your cap right here that covers your electrical connections is closed. Don't submerge this end into a puddle of water or drop it in water. But if it got a little bit wet from rain, I don't think it's going to hurt it one bit. Anyhow, that's my review. I tried to chop it shorter from my original version, move things along a little quicker so it's not 25 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
I'm out.
Jeez.
That's why I expect it everywhere, Chair.
I don't even have this flashlight with me. I probably should go get that. And I totally screwed this video up.